Hi, so I am going to run through a wellbeing workshop of meal planning with you. To do this, you're going to need a bit of paper and you jot some notes down and approximately 10 minutes of your time. You might want to pause this workshop as we go along. I'm going to share the screen with you, which I'll do now, and share the PowerPoint, which I will talk through. But please do help yourself to starting and pausing this as you need to. So meal planning. Meal planning can help to change the way you eat and change your food buying habits. It means we have a much more organised approach, we know our end goal, and we're much more organised in what we're doing. So meal planning can be a struggle, but it can also be the answer to getting the results you want. In the workplace, we're always spending time forward planning, looking ahead, so really we should be doing that for ourselves as well. Got 4 main benefits here of planning meals. So firstly, stress less. Less stress in the house is always good. Meal plan written up for the week, you know exactly what's happening for each meal. When you go to the supermarket, you know exactly what you are buying. Number 2, eat healthy, whole foods. If you've got a meal plan and you've got the food in the house, then you are reducing the risk to have those last minute dashes to the fast food outlet or use of highly processed frozen meals. Thirdly, gives you controls over your eating habits. You know what you're eating, when you're eating it, you know all the ingredients are there for you and when you need them. So it supports you and your eating habits. And fourthly, creates food awareness. So sometimes a problem eating behaviour might be just mindlessly eating while doing other activities. A meal plan makes you aware of all your meals and snacks and keeps you accountable to yourself and members of your household, especially when you're tracking this through an app such as MyFitnessPal, because you know exactly what is in each meal and each food. Okay, we're going to be looking at a macronutrient diet. So this isn't just calorie counting. We're not just counting the calories. We want to look how many grams, the percent we've got of protein, carbs and fats within our calorie goal, because this is what is going to make the impact. With the macro diet, we are feeding our body its ideal nutrition that makes it more efficient. It can be we're doing this for maintenance to keep us our weight. It might be for weight gain. It can be for weight loss. So this is an estimated calorie goal for maintenance. This is a very personal, it's different for everyone. So this is someone that's 2,000 calories. Now they would like to lose some weight. So we're going to reduce that by 20%. So their daily goal is 1,600 calories. An example of a macronutrient ratio for them is 50% carbs, 25% protein, 25% fat. So 50% carbohydrates, we have the 1,600, which is 800 calories a day. And then as carbohydrates provide 4 calories per gram, we're dividing 800 by 4. So we know we need 200 grams of carbohydrates daily. 25% protein, we know 25% of 1,600 is 400, divide that by 4 because protein provides 4 calories per gram and we need 100 grams of protein daily. 25% fat, 1,600 calories, divided by 4, 400 calories. Now fat provides 9 calories per gram, so we want to divide that by 9, so we need 44.5 grams of fat daily. So that is our estimated calorie goal. Another discussion will be what is a carbohydrate, what is a protein, what is a fat, but for this workshop we are just going through, this is a macronutrient diet, this is what it looks like. Example, 50% carbohydrates, 25% protein, 25% fat. There are other ways of calculating your protein by using your body weight, but that is another way that we'll show at another time. So sticking to a macro diet depends on having a good meal plan in place. You have to plan ahead. Then you can feel more confident that you'll easily reach your goals for each day. A good way to use MyFitnessPal is to put in your meals the day before, so you know exactly the breakdown. So if you were going to look at 50% carbohydrates, 25% protein, 25% fat, then you can see that. within your macronutrient goal each day when you come down to the bottom and you can look at your tracking with MyFitnessPal. So each day you want to eat about 3 meals and 2 snacks. It might be you've got 3 meals and 3 snacks, but you're trying to stay within that calorie goal, and again, always thinking about that macronutrient balance. This keeps our blood sugar steady and helps us from getting too hungry, and means we're less likely to cheat when we feel starved. So throughout this process, you want to choose whole foods whenever you can, opting for lean proteins whenever possible, keeping dairy products and sugars to a minimum to avoid those empty calories, which just add up. Okay, so these are 6 principles of macro dieting to follow. If you're hungry, add more protein. A lot of us go for carbs, but go for the protein whenever you can, or more fiber, so more veg. If you're tired, add more fibrous veggies to ensure you've got sufficient energy. If you're not losing weight and you want to lower your carbohydrate intake, especially with dinner, so later on in the day. If you have sugar cravings, balance your blood sugar better with more protein and fiber and remove all the sugar. If you're losing too much muscle mass, add protein. And you need to trial and error this, as it's personal to everyone's specific body, lifestyle and goals. So down to the nitty gritty. So I have 3 different meal plans here, and I've produced them all using BBC Good Food website. I have borrowed their meals, put them on here, and there's links on the documents. If you'd like access to these links, then just email them and I will send them to you. So this one is for people that eat meat. And if you have a look at the breakfasts, we've got a couple of eggs and a couple of porridge overnight oats. So nothing too crazy, but we're just trying to mix it up a little bit with the eggs. The lunches, we're not going sandwich crazy. We've got salads, soup, eggs with tortilla, fish, and dinner. We've got fish, chicken, ratatouille. So it's not all veg. I mean, these are just examples of different meals that you can have, and you want to personalize this to yourself. So winding back just a little bit, I've got a 5-minute activity. So this here, you can just jot this down a bit of paper. So we have 3 main different areas of food. So our quick go-to meals, which are quick, easy to get. Our batch cook meals, which we batch cook and we know we can then have during the week. And then your high maintenance meals, which you know are going to take you a bit longer, you need to prepare for. So you're going to create this for your breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks, and see if you can keep it 1 in each of these boxes. For some of these boxes, you might not have anything. It might be you don't really batch cook for breakfast. So just leave that blank. But you're just going to pause now and see how you can fill up this table. Okay, so now hopefully you've filled up this table and you've got some different ideas of what you have. So have a look which meals you think would fit within your calorie. Are there meals there now that are full of sugar, full of fat? If there are, cross them off. They're not going to be coming on our meal plan. And then the meals that you know that are going to be good for your meal plan, that you know are going to be filling you with those wholesome foods, circle them and give them a nice colour or a big tick, so you know you'll want to think of them with your meal plan. Okay, so this here is a meal plan I showed you just now. These are just different ideas. You probably wouldn't want to have these in the same order. Some little tips. So when I know I have got a long run in the evening or got a really busy day ahead, I quite often have porridge because it is low GI and it's going to keep me fuller for longer. We'll talk about low GI at another time, but it's a slow release food and it keeps you going. It means you're not as hungry for longer. Eggs, we've got a couple of different eggs there. There's many different ways you can have eggs: boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, omelets. You know, eggs are great for your breakfast, but you also need to be aware of their fat content. What I know some people do is have one egg and then they have one egg without the yolk, so just the egg white. Overnight oats, there are loads of different alternatives of overnight oats. A good substance breakfast to have in the morning if you know you've got a busy day ahead. So lunch. Lunch needs to be something that can be made perhaps as batch, so a batch cook of soup, maybe you have that. And the tortilla are great for batch cooking as well. It's having to think about what you can batch cook, so you can just pick up. So if you're working from home, you can just come in, get your lunch, and it's done. Your lunch tends to be the meal that people want to be eating quickly. Well, not quickly, but more on the go. So just take that into consideration when you're planning your meals. Your dinner, always make sure you're going to have the ingredients for your dinner, because that is where it's very easy to pick up the phone to take away, or just pop down to the local corner shop where you might not have the ingredients that you need for what you want. So here are quite light. All these dinners come from the high protein section of the BBC Good Food website. They're not necessarily really high in protein, but they have got a protein substance in their meals. So those who are trying to increase your protein uptake, which is usually the biggest hurdle to start with in the macronutrient diet, is every meal wants to be based around protein. You want to make sure you've got protein in every meal. And we've got a couple of snacks here. Little tuna pots, healthy pita pocket. You know, homemade hummus is a great thing to have in the fridge. Great thing to have in the fridge is celery cut up, cucumber cut up, carrots cut up, so they're just easy, ready to come out and be dipped. This is the vegetarian option. So there's a few different ones, different soup, runny bean tortilla, so vegetarian, warm roasted squash and lentils. Ratatouille, you can add meat to that if you'd wanted to. Lentil and tomato salad. So our meals don't always have to have meat in. If you're a meat eater, you could try and have some that are based around vegetarian. And then this here is vegan options. So if you're a vegan, it's an example, but anyone can have a go at these if they're not vegan, having a look, just something different to eat. So when I send you this, you'll be able to click on the links and follow them. Okay, so this here is brainstorming meal ideas. This is from my studio in January, when everyone came back after Christmas feeling a little bit bloated, a little bit needing to get back on track. And we've got a massive whiteboard and everyone wrote down lots of different ideas of their food. So we have got a real mixture on here, and this is all real people and maintaining weight loss, some weight gain, but all these dinners can be used for weight loss. All of them could be used for maintenance and all of them could be used for weight gain. It's depending how you use it. In your macronutrient diet, you're having it within your calories, and then you're looking at your breakdown. So if you're needing to increase your protein in your diet, then you're wanting to be looking at those which have protein, you know, your tuna salad, your omelets, your porridge, your tagine. And down here, it's got some nice ideas. So this is where I got the food from, the other ideas, the other sheets that I just shared with you. So these can all help you with your meal ideas. So when you are writing your meal plan, you might want to come and look at these, and you might want to come back to look at the PowerPoint to see what the others were. So this here is for you to have a go at creating your own weekly meal plan and using the ideas given and being aware of the calories. So hopefully you know what your calories are. If not, contact me and I'll help you. Hopefully you know your breakdown of your macronutrients. If not, contact me and I'll help you. And you're going to have a go at inputting this, and then you're going to input it into MyFitnessPal to plan ahead. So the day before you're eating, you're going to put everything into MyFitnessPal, and then you're going to be able to see how much calories it is. And with MyFitnessPal, I'll do another video about using MyFitnessPal, but use the barcode whenever you can, the barcode scanner, and check the portion sizes. Okay, so MyFitnessPal, like I just said, you can use it to log your food, use the bar scanner whenever you can, and weigh out and portion your foods. Our next steps beyond this are like portion control, knowing what portions look like, habits, emotions, eating, what to eat before a workout and after workout, and when. Is it carbs, is it protein, is it fats? In addition, we need to know what a carbohydrate, a fat, and a protein is. So there's lots of learning to come, but we take it bit by bit. So all we're focusing on today is having to play around with our meal planning, is to meal plan. So don't get too het up about having the exact macronutrients. You're not going to have the exact macronutrients every day. It's just having an awareness and having a target to try and get to and being around that target. If you're finding it hard to have a specific amount, quite often it's a protein, let me know and we can look and we can see what we can tweak. If you've had a meal plan for a week and you haven't had weight loss, let me know and we can look at the meal plan. Or if you are planning ahead and you want me to look at your meal plan, feel free to send it through to me and we can have a chat about it. Okay, so that's it really for our quick run through of meal planning. Go and meal plan, have a go, send it to me. I'm going to come back and show you these 3 PowerPoints now. So this was for the meat eaters. This is for vegetarians. And this is for vegan. So you can play around the video, pause, rewind, and have a little look at it. And if you would like this and you don't have it sent to you, let me know and I'll send it through to you, and then you can just click on the links and it makes it much easier. Okay, so let me know how you go. Good luck. Enjoy the meal planning and I hope you get the results from it.